Hi there, Taurus. Welcome to a love reading for singles for May 2025. It's Rena here. So, if you're new, welcome to my second channel. I do have an astrology channel called Rena Moon Astrology if you're not familiar with me. And yeah, so this is going to be a 5-card spread. I will explain each position after I lay out the cards. My intention is to do a love spread for people in relationships. I feel like separating them this time. Sometimes I do them together. But yeah, this we'll see if I get around to it, but this is for people who are single. I'm trying to think because I just came up with this idea for the spread today and I was thinking, okay, how am I going to do this? Okay. The first card represents the state of your love life, and we have the Judgment card. So, for some people, this may be that you have been in a marriage and you've gotten the divorce decree. So, I mean, it could be like a legal judgment. So, you feel like, okay, now it's time for me to find somebody else. Well, hopefully, there has been some time that has been since then, because otherwise, if you're just looking for a new relationship right after you've been through, it's like it might be, jumping from the frying pan into the fire. So the other thing that this card could represent is rebirth. So it may feel for some reason that you are changing. Another, by the way, like when I talk about rebirth, even someone, if you're a widower, and you swore off relationships afterwards, someone may have come into your life that makes you think otherwise. Or this reading is intended for single people, but there might be someone that you're interested in that you're not yet in a relationship with. Maybe you have dated them once or twice, or you have talked to them, or if they are in the same office space or whatever it is. And this is a feeling of rebirth, which kind of extends to every area of your life. Yeah. The card from the past that may be affecting your particular love life is the King of Cups. This can be that there is someone that you have consulted. I mean, this could be like a therapist, even. Maybe for some of you, you have done the work, the inner work, and now you feel more confident about going back into the relationship, whatever you want to call it, Lollapalooza. I don't know what you want to call it. But this can also be like a spiritual teacher or healer. It might even be like a father or father figure that has been able to comfort you, counsel you in some way. And another thing too is it might be somebody that you were involved with or would like to be involved with, who is a mature water sign male. I guess I'd say that specifically. So Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Or maybe like some people listen for their rising sign. So if you feel like you have grown emotionally, then maybe that's an aspect of you, especially if you're a water sign. But anybody who has become mature emotionally, because the king is like that self mastery. of emotion. The spiritual message in all of this is um, symbolized by the Two of Pentacles, which is a card of the juggler doing a juggling act. It's interesting because some Taurus people actually have Venus in Gemini, and that can give that duality. I could see that because these are pentacles, so they relate to Taurus and the other earth signs. But like that part of yourself that might be kind of contradictory, where you might want a relationship, but you also are very busy doing other things. Maybe you work two jobs. That could be the Two of Pentacles. And is it conducive to a relationship? Like being like if you are somebody who wants a relationship, but you have uh, a job where you travel a lot, or maybe you have two jobs, you have to be realistic about it and understand that it's an investment of time. It's not just like, okay, now we're in a relationship. It's really investing energy into that. And for some of you, this may be a time in your life where everything is just so harried, and you might be working and going to school, or you might have to take care of an elderly parent and work, or whatever is going on, and you just don't have you can't be everywhere at once, and you don't have more than 24 hours in a day to get everything done. um This reading is for May, when you have your solar return. A lot of you, and even those listening in April, are about to experience that as well. And this is a time when you might want to think about the kind of life you lead, and are there things that kind of prevent you from doing other things, like the type of hours that you work, where you live. If you live in a place that's very isolated, away from the potential to meet people, those kinds of things are not, superficial. They could be like a really big factor in whether or not you're able to even meet people. Of course, you can meet people online, but I'm talking about if that's not something you want to do, or it just is, it still can, depending on where you live, it might be inconvenient for you to travel if you live very far out of like a major city and things like that. The energy coming in it was actually picked in a reversed way, the Nine of Cups reversed, and the Nine of Cups upright is a card of wish fulfillment. So this is a card that's actually very positive, but I did pick it reversed. Doesn't mean that it's something bad. As a matter of fact, this is one of those cards like the Sun card, or there are some cards that are so positive that even when they're reversed, they're not that bad, because the Nine of Cups actually connects with Jupiter and Pisces. So in astrology, Jupiter rules the ninth house. And so I'm sure there's some connection that way. But it's all about, yeah, Pisces is a water sign, things like that. But the bottom line is that in terms of the energy coming in, it could be a mixed bag. It could be that you meet somebody that seems like the person of your dreams, but they live far away, for instance. That doesn't mean that it's not doable. Maybe they're just here for a visit or something. You have to, be willing to open your mind to different possibilities, especially if it's somebody that you hit it off with. Um, and you may initially think, oh, wow, I've hit the jackpot here with this person, and then find out something that makes you feel disappointed. But you have to be able to keep an open mind if it's somebody that you kind of really feel strongly about. And again, this is another card I picked in a reversed way. This is the outcome card, the Two of Swords reversed. I think that for some of you, there has been blockage. And I honestly believe that for all of us, that has been the case because of these retrogrades. And your ruler, Venus, is coming out of its shadow around the middle of May. And maybe that's what this is kind of like referring to, is that things will start to loosen up and we will feel like it's easier to manifest our desires, our wishes, because we don't have things kind of pushing back at us and trying to slow everything down. So, in the reversed position, this is like letting go of indecision, and that can be in other areas of life, but it can affect your love life. If you, for instance, I got the Two of Pentacles too. So there might be something else in other areas of your life, like whether, if you want to change jobs, that is kind of weighing on your mind. But the Two of Swords can be like really making that decision finally. And that may have the effect of opening up your life more so that you are not stuck in one place geographically. You're not stuck in one type of job and then the hours that go with it, because that could be it too. Um, and that could help your love life as a whole. Okay, that's what I have for you, Taurus. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a love reading or any other type of reading that I offer, please check the link below for my offerings. Thanks for watching. Bye.